to ask you one concern that I have. As a real estate investor myself, I've bought and sold probably a dozen homes in the past 5 or 6 years. This is the hottest real estate market I've ever seen. It's a very
me too. By the way, it's hot. Yes,
and it's a very uniquely hot market. It's not the typical hot market you're seeing. So this would seem to me like this might not be an ideal environment for iBuying. In other words, what the biggest advantage is that you can control the time frame as an iBuying customer. If I listed my house tomorrow, it would sell tomorrow. Yeah. So it seems like the market's kind of taken away that advantage. So how is the business done so well?
I can tell you know real estate because most of the time with investors, what I hear is they think that the reason why OfferPad is being as successful as we are is because of the current market conditions, right? And you get a lot of home price appreciation, a lot of those things, anything you buy. But to your point, this has been the most difficult and challenging market that we have been in, because really the reason why OfferPad was built was the traditional process, normally 91 days to get an offer on your home, going through the entire process. So a lot of those pain points that have been there, when someone can put their house on the market for a weekend and get multiple bids, you don't have that service fee that to pay OfferPad's not nearly as there. But one of probably, and there's been a lot of love given, from how we had a profitable quarter, a lot of really cool things that we did. But the stat that I'm probably the proudest of is how we ramped up our acquisition volume during this time, right? Because anything we acquire is going to your point, is going to perform well. But what I was really excited about is how, through the most difficult and challenging environment for OfferPad to exist in, how relevant our product still is. Because what consumers understood was, yes, they can get an offer on their home and they can get multiple bids on their home, but there's still that certainty and control that they don't have. I mean, for example, what doesn't get talked about enough is people get to pick their closing date when they choose it, and they can move that closing date around. I want to move it up. I want to move it back. Even when they sell their house the traditional way, they don't have that luxury. They still have to on somebody else's schedule. So our acquisitions quarter after quarter were up phenomenally, and even year over year. So that was the biggest highlight of the quarter for us. And so, but you're right. The real estate market's always doing something. It's either up, down. It's always doing something. And this right now, there's a lack of supply and way too many buyers. But the way that we navigated this, and as the market starts to normalize or adjust in the other way, we're going to be really, really well positioned to handle that.